I'm Savannah Johnson with the Murphy Group of Carpenter Realtors. I'm here with Renee Harler, one of the founders of Misty Eyes. Can you tell us about founding Misty Eyes?
Yeah, in 2011, Sherry Fox and I were volunteering at with different rescue groups around central Indiana, and we had known each other a little bit, first name basis and things like that. And one day she was doing a fundraiser in Arbuckle Park, and I was walking my dog, and we said, let's do this. Let's set something up and make a big difference. So that's how it started.
So you've been here for 9 years. Mm-hmm. Have you been in this location for that time?
No, so we started as just a foster-based rescue with plans to have a building. And in 2012, we rented 1,000 square feet of space in Brownsburg. And then in 2015, we bought this property. It was in foreclosure. We'd been looking. So it's 3 acres of land, and we've been here. We moved into this building in 2017.
So are there plans to continue building?
Absolutely. We're excited about this. We're working with the town right now on the permitting and things like that. But this spring, we anticipate breaking ground on Kitty City. If you look at the numbers, that's going to allow us to save, kind of at least 400 more cats each and every year, if not more. After Kitty City is finished, we're looking at Canine Country, and then finally an education building. So we want to really continue, teaching people, students specifically, the importance of responsible pet ownership and kindness towards all. So again, hoping that education piece of it helps cut down on the need for our services.
Awesome. So if someone were interested in helping get that space up and running, what are some ways that they can get involved?
There's a lot of ways. We're 100% volunteer run. So our volunteers work on fundraising teams. They work in the adoption center. We have suites that people can sponsor, people or businesses, for a pretty great price. Put your name in honor and memory of someone on one of the Kitty City suites. You can even choose from our paint colors, and we'll decorate it to how you want it to look. So that's one way. We're certainly looking for general contractors and roofers and things like that will help us along the way with the actual building of the facility. Painters, everything you need to build a building we'll need help with. So.
And how are you raising funds for these buildings?
We are doing fundraisers, small fundraisers. Often we do grant writing. And we host 2 events a year that help directly with getting these buildings up and running. The Bow Wow Bash in the fall, and then in the spring we do Raise the Wolf. And we started Raise the Wolf when we very first began Misty Eyes, because we knew we needed a building to be able to do this the right way. And we've had it, this is going into its 8th year, so it's March 28th, and we've got about 22 tickets left, give or take. So. If we can sell those tickets to a solid event, that is going to help us get this building up and running, and the sooner we get it up and running, the more cats we're saving.
Awesome. So where can people purchase those tickets?
They can go to our website, and there's a ton of information about all of our programs on our website. It's mistyeyes.org.
What about the Bow Wow Bash? About what time of the year is that?
So that's held in September. That's an outdoor festival. It's a lot of fun. Vendors, there's food, there's games, contests for animals. We encourage people to bring their dogs. And then at the end, the Brownsburg Fire Department has been dropping tennis balls from their ladder truck. We send a dog out to retrieve a winner, and the winner receives a really cool gift package. So that kind of concludes our Bow Wow Bash every year.
Awesome. And then businesses and organizations can donate as well?
Yeah, so financial contributions are always greatly appreciated, and then the gift of time. Services, again, are huge, and we've been very lucky. We've had a lot of support from Brownsburg Animal Clinic since we started. They've helped us, increase our numbers by providing, discounted rates and really helping us out and being a great partner with us. The Etica Group is a civil engineering firm that did our drainage plans, which doesn't sound super exciting, but is needed to build this facility. So just a lot of great people out there helping us. And I could sit here probably for half an hour, and start naming businesses and people that have made Misty Eyes what it is, not to mention our volunteers. It's just, to me, looking back, it's amazing the community support we've had.
Yeah, yeah. What about, smaller organizations? Are there, anything that you need that people could collect for you?
Yeah, so we have kind of a wish list set up on our website. We need things kitten formula. We're getting ready to come into kitten season, kitten formula. We do a fun event called April Showers, where we put kind of a gift registry, if you would, about things that kittens are going to need. We set it up like a baby shower here, so there's cookies and balloons and fun games and kittens.
Yeah.
And then we ask people to kind of shower the kittens with the supplies to get us through the season. So,
That's awesome.
you know, that's a fun way that a small business, individual, or organization could, you know, take up a collection for us, and then, you know, bring the items to the shower and get to see the animals that they're helping.
So right now we're coming into kitten season.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a big need for those supplies.
Absolutely, yep.
So kitten formula,
Kitten
kitten food,
litter, all those things. Yep,
Okay.
everything kitten.
What about office supplies or supplies to keep the year running?
Yeah, so envelopes are huge. We do mailers and thank you cards and things like that. So postage is always a huge one for us. Copy paper, you know, as much as we can get donated, that if we can get it donated, then the money that we don't spend on an office supply goes right to an animal, and really that's our goal. I mean, it's remarkable. I still, the kindness of the community and the generosity of the community and the volunteers making Misty Eyes run, just it never ceases to amaze me.
Right. So really, when you donate here, it's 100% volunteer run. So everything is going right to the animals.
Absolutely. We don't have debt, so we pay for everything up front. And if you're donating, it's going, and people can designate where it goes to as well. It's either going to our medical fund, that's where the majority of our money goes, the business fund that will help, or the building fund that will help save animals, or some of our outreach programs.
So if someone wants to volunteer, how can they get involved with that?
We do a new volunteer orientation or information session every other month on the third Wednesday of the month. So you can go to our website, mistyeyes.org, and click on volunteer, and that'll give you the kind of the schedule. We talk about past, present, and future. And if people want to volunteer, we have a volunteer engagement lead, Robin, who will talk to them about what they want to do, what they enjoy, and get them kind of on the right track.
Okay, so there's more to do than just working with animals.
Absolutely. There's everything that a business would need to have done is done by our volunteers. So that's, you know, thank you cards and accounting and cleaning and animal relations and fundraising, and our outreach programs are all staffed by volunteers. So just, we can always use volunteers, and they've come up with some great ideas. Our volunteers are the ones, you know, hosting, putting on Raise the Wolf, doing all the planning and decorating and all that stuff. So they do everything.
Awesome. So do you have a date for when you think the buildings will be up?
We'd love to get it finished within the year and be fully functional in early 2021. And then just depending on the funds, you know, we'll start on to the next Canine Country. But, you know, we're writing grants, we're building funds, or writing grants and asking for donations and things like that. So, you know, either that or one of us wins the lottery. We've got some promises from our volunteers. So, yeah, as soon as the money, as soon as we raise the funds, that's how fast the buildings will go up. So, like I said, we're good to start Kitty City, and hopefully we'll continue as we have been and complete that by the end of this year.
So tell me, right now you guys are foster based, so any animals that you take in go to a foster home.
Yes.
And then they come here to get adopted?
Yeah, so two different ways of getting adopted. We're open Saturdays and Sundays here, so foster parents bring, you know, some of the cats, some of the dogs here for people to meet, but we also do a lot of use of the internet. So if someone sees an adoptable animal on our website and they're interested, we can set up a meet and greet here at the adoption center with that particular family and that particular animal.
Okay, awesome. So then once you have the new buildings, will you have animals here full time?
Yeah, absolutely. So Kitty City will house 50 cats, Canine Country will house 50 dogs, but we'll absolutely continue our foster care program too.
Do you find the foster care program helps you learn more about the animals?
Yeah, that's one of the nice things. You know, when we're adopting to a family with an animal in foster care, that family gets to know the animal's personality and quirks and different things like that, so we can give our potential adopters the best match, you know, we can find.
So tell me a little bit about your foster program. Does someone apply online for that?
Yeah, so we have, I think, a pretty good foster program. If someone is interested in fostering, what they can do is they can go online and contact our foster lead, Stacy. And so Stacy then gives them an application. There's a process, you know, we talk about the program, and then once they're into our system as a foster home, we do our best to, put the right fits in homes. Some fosters specifically like seniors, some like puppies, some are open to anything. But we do our best to make sure that we're putting the right, as best we can, the right pet with the right foster family. We supply all the food, the toys, the beds, the litter, medical care. We really just ask for foster homes to provide the home and the love.
Oh, wow. So you have room for more fosters and you could save more animals?
Absolutely. Fosters are huge. The more fosters we have, the more animals we can take in. It's something that, it's rewarding. We hear a lot from the foster families, just, a lot of the foster families that came in really didn't know they had questions. I can't afford it. I can't afford to take on extra animals if it's sick. And once they find out that really all the expenses are covered, they're in it.
Yeah.
And we have a good support team here. I think that's what's really important, or maybe what we hope kind of sets us apart, is that we have a team dedicated to the foster families for support and questions and emergencies, needs, all that kind of stuff.
So how do you come across most of your animals?
It's a mix. Our animal operations team has some tough decisions to make when it comes to who we can intake. We work with different cities, really throughout central Indiana, that need animals taken in or that are, again, set to be euthanized. We take in a lot of medical needs cases. So we want to give every animal we can a fighting chance. So taking in an animal that may need more medical care than a county shelter could offer due to budget constraints, we'll take those animals in and treat them.
Awesome. So it really just depends on what homes you have available.
Yeah, that's another kind of piece of the puzzle is, for instance, if we have a foster home that only fosters, puppies open at that time, and we get a call for a dog and we just don't have the space, then that's an animal that we'll need to turn away, going back to kind of the space limitations.
Right. So we definitely want to help them, but there's no space.
Absolutely. No, and so, by building these two buildings, it will help a ton because there won't be a restriction, or for the most part, there won't be a restriction on who we can take in. It's just space open.